these are some of the teams that I think is going to be really good if they so happen to make it to the playoffs. This is kind of like my underdog teams that people should be worried about because can get it going and have the confidence to take on some of these other teams. I think that they can actually shock some of the teams that should be in the playoffs already, right? So I'm going with Milwaukee. If Milwaukee somehow happen to get into the playoffs, they all healthy, I think that they can possibly, make a little noise, scare a team. You know what I mean? Just my thoughts, just my underdog team, right? Just one of the teams, right? Giannis been sitting out a lot of games, and they actually have been winning some games. They had a couple games that they, that they should have won, but they didn't. But as far as today, they did really good against Indiana. I know you guys probably saying like, "Hey, Indiana is not a good team," but they actually dominated. They dominated. I think Giannis had like 31 points, 14 rebounds, and I don't even think he even played like the fourth quarter. And if he did, it was probably just for a couple minutes. But yeah, that's one of the teams that I think is going to be great. The next team I want to talk about is Portland. If they somehow happen to get into the playoffs, I think that they can, come together and maybe shock whoever they playing against. I'm not sure like who they can be playing against, but I know if they somehow happen to get in the playoffs, they can win some games. If they all are, completely healthy. Philly is a great team if they all come together. I would say like my top underdog. If MB can play all the games, I mean, the dude is always hurt, bro. Like, god damn, he's always hurt. But when he does show up, they a whole different team. So if they get into the playoffs, they're going to be scary. They're going to be scary, bro. Now they have been losing a lot of games, but a lot of them is hurt right now. A lot of them is hurt. We got MB hurt, Maxi's hurt. Paul George is on that suspension. I think he was like 25 games or something like that. So he hasn't even been part of the team. I don't even think he even been in practice. That won't hurt them a lot. But I will have to go with, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that like, hey, Philly will make some noise, or you like, hey, ain't nobody worried about Philly? I would say Toronto. Yeah, Toronto. If Toronto get into the playoffs, it's a possibility that they can make some noise. Now, they have been losing a lot of games. It's kind of like a hit and miss, though. It's a hit and miss. I think whoever they play, it depends on who they playing. So they just beat Detroit, right? They beat Detroit at home. If they have some games at home, I think that they can make some noise. And I think they beat them by like 10 or something like that. That's what I think with that. The Hawks. Now, the Hawks are a really good team. Once they made the trade and got the dude from Golden State, that really upped their game. That really upped their game a lot. So they got CJ McCollum, a shooter for real. Like this dude is one of the badass shooters in the league. So I think that whoever they play against, it can possibly go a game 7, in my opinion. Whoever they go against, they can make it a game 7. They're that good. So these are my underdog teams, right? These are my underdogs. These are the teams that I think say somehow happen to get into the playoffs, they will make some noise. Charlotte was doing really good, bro. They were doing really good. Charlotte is an offensive team. They made the trade for Kobe White. Man, and I'm a Bulls fan. I was very disappointed with the trade. But at the same time, he's with them now. So they got a nice dude. This dude should be a starter. So they got him coming off the bench. He's getting familiar with their play style. whoever that they go against, they better have a good offense. They better be a young team, because if it's like Orlando or if it's Detroit, I believe that they're gonna have problems, because they need to have an offensive. They need to be a straight offensive team. Those teams that I just mentioned, they're like slow, but their strength is, being aggressive. They're being aggressive towards whoever they're going against. And I think you're going to need a little bit more than that if you want to keep up with Charlotte. Because if Charlotte gets ahead by like 8, oh boy, they may be in trouble. LA Clippers. I think the LA Clippers are really good once they made the trade for Garland and they picked up Mathurin. Man, they just completely changed their whole team. If they so happen to get into the playoffs, they can make some noise. You do not want to go against this team. I believe that whoever that they go against, they can probably win in 6. They're a really good team and they're ready. They got experience. They got defense. They got offense. They got Kawhi Leonard. If Kawhi Leonard is healthy and ready to go, nightmare, man. So, yeah, these are just my picks. I don't know what you guys think, man. I mean, like I said, we got Milwaukee, Portland, Philly, Toronto, the Hawks, Charlotte, and LA Clippers as far as like my underdogs. Whoever, if they so happen to get into the playoffs, what do you guys feel about that? Or do you guys consider somebody else an underdog? Let me know, man. Let me know what you guys think. Anyways, appreciate you guys stopping through. If you guys stuck around the whole video, I appreciate that. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up and talk to you guys next time. Peace.